Coca-Cola Masterpiece was a collaboration between loads of different disciplines and different animation and visual effects techniques. It had a tremendous production with a great set that was built, beautiful artworks, both classics and from emerging artists, and then a huge mix of digital and traditional animation techniques using traditional VFX techniques, character animation, rigging, FX, as well as cutting-edge machine learning tricks to add style and add movement within the painting. It was a huge research and development project for us, and given the short time frame and the amount we didn't know how we were going to do, it ended up being kind of a research and delivery project for us. For the turnabout sequence, the production team gave us some amazing plates of a ship on a gimbal on a green screen stage and another raft on another gimbal, moving with people's reactions, character performance. We then created an ocean simulation using Houdini's ocean tools, rendered in Solaris and Karma, to blend these motions together and create a realistic ocean simulation. There was a really interesting tool set that came out of this project, and that one was something we called Paintify. It was a tool essentially rebuilt a bit of 3D animation out of a series of paint strokes, capturing the lighting from the scene or the lighting from the plate and recreating that in strokes in different styles. We knew we wanted to be able to have a method that was more controllable than any machine learning based trick to be able to create a three-dimensional version of the character made of paint strokes, almost like a feather system. And to do that, we developed this tool which essentially allowed us to take the image or the render and back into camera space, manipulate it to find the curves and contours that made the most sense with the shape of a painting, and then project it back out into object space. This tool was incredibly useful in the project. We used it for the Scream character. We used it for the Wonder Buell character, who's the guy who falls into his painting and ends up in a Vincent van Gogh world. And we used it for the pirates as they capture the bottle, and you can see in detail the structure of their form rebuilt as a detailed oil painting. One of the key takeaways for me on this project was this idea of creative trust and enabling the artists to do their best work by trusting them to do it, instead of prescribing exact workflows and how they should do things. We didn't really know how to achieve these effects when we started this project, and we had to find solutions. So we found that if we trust the artists to deep dive into these amazing tools that they're using and find solutions, it ended up with the best possible results. In the end, that same level of trust was given to us by the clients because they didn't know exactly how to achieve things either. So we all had to trust each other, and it led to a very collaborative and exciting project.